Mention the word socialism today, and you're likely to start an argument. It's become a heavily polarized term. But to actually understand what socialism is, we have to put down the modern political megaphone and step back into the specific historical crisis that created it. In the 19th century, the Industrial Revolution generated a scale of wealth and production that the world had simply never seen before. Factories replaced fields, and early capitalism went into overdrive. But this booming new engine had a glaring glitch. The human labor fueling this wealth was subjected to a brutal reality. People were working grueling hours for low wages, and entire industries routinely relied on child labor just to keep the machines running. This diagram illustrates the core issue. While industrial wealth shot upward, the economic share retained by the working class stayed stagnant. Immense capital accumulated at the very top, while the workers generating it remained trapped in poverty. That severe inequality created enormous societal tension. It forced a completely new question onto the table. If a society's collective labor generates this much wealth, shouldn't that wealth be used to benefit everyone in that society? Socialism emerged as a reactionary framework designed to directly patch the unsustainable flaws of 19th century capitalism. Early thinkers approached this problem in different ways. Robert Owen tried to fix the system through reform, promoting widespread education, improved working conditions, and the creation of cooperative communities. Others took a much harder line. Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels diagnosed capitalism as a system built on contradictions. In their view, history was driven by an unfixable class conflict between those who owned the means of production and those who worked for wages. To resolve this conflict, socialism proposed a new blueprint, beginning with equality and social welfare. The idea shifted the burden of basic survival away from the individual, ensuring society provided access to basic needs like housing, education, and healthcare. This logic map demonstrates social ownership. Crucial resources aren't owned by single individuals for profit, but transferred to a distributed network. A third piece, economic planning, ensures resources are strategically distributed to meet public needs, rather than relying on free markets. The goal was to change the objective of an economy from maximizing private wealth to guaranteeing collective well-being. As these ideas spread, the movement fractured over how to actually implement them, creating a complex ideological spectrum. This continuum maps the spectrum between unregulated capitalism and Marxist stateless communism. Marxist socialism sits near communism, relying on class conflict to overthrow capitalism. In the middle, democratic socialism and social democracy operate within democratic institutions, using progressive taxation to achieve goals. Today, modern socialism covers an incredibly wide variety of approaches, spanning from gradual democratic reform to total systemic revolution. Critics point out that when markets are overly restricted, countries often face real economic challenges. Extensive government control can lead to bureaucratic delays, suppressed innovation, and economic inefficiencies. On the other hand, socialist policies have historically driven massive reductions in poverty and expanded public access to essential services. In practice, the two extreme ends of the spectrum, pure unregulated capitalism and pure stateless communism, exist almost entirely in theory. Almost every major global power today operates a mixed economy. They blend the profit-driven engine of capitalist markets with socialist-inspired welfare policies designed to protect citizens. A tangible example of this legacy is subsidized public education. The institutionalization of widespread public schooling is rooted in the early socialist demand for collective welfare. This influence extends to modern labor protections, unemployment support, and social security programs, all of which are direct descendants of 19th century socialist thought. Every time you use public infrastructure, rely on a social safety net, or enjoy a weekend off, you are experiencing the ongoing, daily compromise between private enterprise and the socialist vision of a fairer society.